Alright, so here we have it. This is the Adilette Boost slide from Adidas, and this is going to be the follow-up review. So, you guys can probably hear from my voice, I'm kind of disappointed. I'm going to talk about it in detail in a second, but I'm really wanted to love these and be in love with these the same way that I love the Ultra Boost, the Pure Boost. Really, any Boost shoe can't compare to these, and I really want to see that now and give you guys a bit of insight as to why. So first things first, I'm going to talk about the wear and tear for these. Keep in mind, I paid these $80. I believe these retail for $100 Canadian, so 20% off is not bad. And really quickly as well, I would only recommend getting these if you can find them on sale. It's kind of like, something where you're paying resale. I'd only recommend getting them if you can find them for cheaper. Now, in this case, this isn't even a resale thing. This is just something that is, in my opinion, just straight up overpriced. I kind of feel like Adidas really took advantage of the term Boost Slide, and really, this is not it. I definitely think Adidas could have did way better. Looking at the Alpha Bounce, I definitely see that as what a proper Adidas slide should be and is, for the most part. Now, in terms of comfort, these are not. I believe I gave these an 8 or an 8.5 when I did my initial review about a month and a half ago. I think it's been. I would say this is around 8. If I get again, I don't remember what it was. I really don't care. Right now, I'm giving these an 8, and that's being fairly generous. And I'm not saying these are uncomfortable, but overall, to give these an 8, I'm going to show you guys the reasons. Now, I have a few gripes. The one gripe that I had, and this is going to be split into two different kind of sections. Comfort is the number one, and I guess design is the number 2 kind of factor here. So comfort in terms of the outsole, this is what we're talking about. It's the outsole, it's the treads, and everything else about it. Now, these do have good traction. Don't get me wrong. If you guys have a bit of a wet floor in the inside, like let's say you mopped your floor, for instance, right? And you walked on the floor, you're not going to wipe out and die. You are definitely going to get traction on these. Now, I wouldn't go as far as saying, if let's say you're going to wear these in the showers at like a camping site, I wouldn't recommend them. These are definitely not for that. The fact that this doesn't really, I really don't think slides, other than maybe the original Adilette slide, are really designed for that. This is more of like a premium slide kind of thing, without getting into like Gucci slide territory, which honestly, I'm kind of curious to see what those are like. I might just pick those up just for the giggles of it. But getting back to this, again, the absolute atrocious thing that is the tread wear is a very big factor for me. So I've had these. You guys will see the initial review linked in the description. Is not even 2 months out. It's not even, I think it's probably, about a month and a half. Maybe a week or less. Giving you guys kind of a look. I really don't know if you guys can see this. I apologize. The sun is super bright. So looking at the back over here, you guys can see there's a good amount of meat, so to speak, in terms of the tread. As we get to the midsection, it's not necessarily like that. So that kind of sucks. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's worn down, especially around behind like the ball of your foot in the forefoot section. I really don't understand. I do not wear these outside. As I mentioned in the initial review, I wear these primarily like slippers. So these are going to be a majority of an indoor kind of thing. That being said, it's not something that I really stress out, so to speak, in terms of wear. Another thing, like I mentioned with comfort, the outsole, if you guys look at the bottom of really any Boost shoe, and specifically shoe, you guys will see something similar to what they've done in the slide, where they have these little pods, these little square things. This is not implemented the right way, though. So what Adidas did with the slides, and this is where I think they really did us dirty as a customer. These were designed very poorly, in my opinion. So that being said, again, the reason is because if you guys look at the bottom of your Boost shoes, Ultra Boost, for instance, or NMDs, or Pure Boost, or Energy Boost, Yeezys, any Boost shoe, you guys will see that these are cutouts. These are exposed Boost. In this case, it's not. This is a rubber outsole, a thin piece of, maybe not rubber, sorry, foam, thin piece of foam that's basically glued on somehow, and that's essentially that. So I'm really not happy with that. I definitely think the reason they're supposed to do that, by the way, for those of you guys who are wondering why I'm griping about this, is to allow the boost to expand in those little pods, or whatever, those openings, so that way it gives it a little bit more bounce. So in my opinion, having that, I've now tried on the Boost, Ultra Boost HDs, Boost HD and the Boost using these slides, I would say is about identical. If anything, these are a little bit less responsive, a little bit more dense and less cushioned. And there's really, it's not very forgiving at all in the heel. Not so bad in the midsection, but you know, the forefoot and the heel have to be the most stiffest parts, like very, very, very little give. So again, for that $80 that I paid for these, I am absolutely disappointed. So I do want to kind of wrap this up so this video is not too lengthy for you guys to have to watch like a movie. Overall, would I recommend these as a gift or whatever? It really kind of depends. If you or the person you're getting them for really isn't a Boost, to be completely honest, I kind of feel like part of me wants to say that it's a bit of an insult getting these for them and then expecting them to be like Boost shoes. But at the other end, the reason I got these was simply because of the fact they were Boost, and it's something I thought I was looking for, and I kind of feel like I'm just wanting more. Anyways, guys, if you guys have any questions or concerns about anything I mentioned in this video, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll pin your comment so everybody else gets to see the answer along with your question or comment. Until next time, stay alive, Toronto. I'm out.